What is up, YouTube? Fanta here, and today I want to give my first impressions on the Doom closed beta. Now, I haven't played an arena shooter in a long time. The last arena shooter I played was probably Unreal Tournament 2004, and I played that game for many years, and I think after that I actually went back and played an older game. I think it was Quake 2. I played that back when I was in high school, and it was in my culinary arts class, and we had 4 computers in the classroom. Somebody brought in the game, put it on every single computer, and we would have LAN tournaments every single day in culinary arts. I had a lot of fun with that game because it wasn't just an amazingly made game. It was the fact that, unlike today, you relied on skill instead of having the highest level weapon or having the best weapon or some overpowered weapon. Sure, there were powerful weapons in the game that were insane, but anybody could get them on the map. Everybody had a fair chance. You didn't start with that overpowered weapon. Now that I've played the Doom beta, it feels like I'm back in high school again, playing with all my friends, and I love that feeling, you know? I really do hope they make this game a LAN type game, where they actually let you do LAN, because it's really weird that a lot of games these days have actually taken that out of the game, which is weird. You think they should be adding new things instead of removing them, but instead they're getting rid of these local area networks. They're getting rid of couch co-op. They're getting rid of all these different types of gameplay, and instead favoring only online. Now, I don't know if Doom is going to be doing this. They haven't announced that yet, but I hope I do get a review copy so I can let you guys know. Anyway, so my thoughts, like I said, this beta brought me back to when I was in high school, and the nice thing about it is that they didn't just completely rely on the fact that arena shooters are nostalgic to people. They didn't just remake an old arena shooter. It felt the same, it played about the same, but they added new elements of games from the present, such as loadouts. Now, before you guys start worrying about loadouts, I'll tell you about them in a second. Customization options, tons of customization options. Think of Halo Reach level of customization, where you can change the legs, you can change your arms, you can change your helmet, you can change your body, and then I guess there's also certain types of bodies that you can change, and you get more later on. On top of the customization of the armor, you can completely change the colors of the individual sections of the armor, put patterns on those sections, and then change the individual parts of that different pattern. So you can make your person look pretty crazy if you want to, and you can really make your person stand out and be unique from everybody else, which I really like. You can also do that with the weapons too, which is really cool. You can not only change the colors just like your armor, but you can also change the patterns on the gun as well. So unlike other games that have set skins or things that you have to buy with real money, no, this game lets you make whatever kind of skin you want on your weapons, and if they're anything like the past games that this company's created, there's not going to be any microtransactions, which is fantastic. I really like what they're doing here. There's tons of unlockables. Like I said, you can change your different armor. You can change the colors, you can change the patterns. You unlock new colors, you unlock new patterns, and you unlock new armor. So you're constantly getting new things, so this game keeps making you want to come back and keep playing it. You also get new perks as well when you're leveling up. Now, perks are not overpowered by any means. They're not stupid, you're not calling in like drones or stupid stuff like that. Instead, you still have to rely on skill, but they help you just a little bit. Like, one gives you a tiny bit more armor. It doesn't really matter the first time, but if you keep dying over and over and over, it gives you a little bit more armor just so you can live just a bit longer, so you can hopefully kill the people that keep killing you. Speaking of killing the person that killed you, there's one that lets you track the person that last killed you, and you can see them wherever they are on the map. These perks, some of these perks have been done in the past in other games, but I just like that these perks aren't overpowered. It's not like if you have one of these perks, you're all of a sudden a god for 60 seconds. You get a slight advantage, very slight, but not extremely noticeable at the same time. So it helps the player, but all the other people aren't really going to be like, oh, he's using this perk. Wow, what a pain in the ass. I have to worry about that now. Now, the multiplayer modes that were featured in the closed beta were Team Deathmatch, which is basically just killing each other. That, I mean, there was nothing really special about it. You're just killing each other. It was fun. And then there's the new game type Warpath, which is really cool because it's not only King of the Hill, it's a moving King of the Hill, which really adds to what the game is all about, which is, I believe, momentum. And you're constantly moving in this game. There's rarely a time where you're stuck in a corner, sitting there waiting for someone to run by because they're trying to, capture your flag, or they're trying to capture a certain zone. Instead, that zone is continually moving, so you have to continue to move. And you're constantly moving this game, they're constantly moving this game, the hill that you're trying to capture is constantly moving. So instead of a boring game like Call of Duty nowadays, in my opinion, I feel like it's kind of a boring game because most people camp. Instead of just camping and waiting for people, you're constantly moving, you're constantly doing stuff, you're running around, you've got that double jump just like the new Call of Duties do, just like Titanfall did, which in this game, it fits. You run really fast, there is no sprint, you are just constantly sprinting, because this game is all about speed. But it's not too much speed, which is really nice. It's a manageable type of speed. I can't really tell you it. You just kind of have to watch what I'm showing you, and you have to play it yourself. I really enjoyed this game a lot. The time to kill, in my opinion, was perfect. It takes about 2 rockets to kill somebody, and for an arena-based shooter, that's just fine. 2 direct hits with a rocket, perfect. Because if you did one hit with a rocket and it killed somebody, you'd die too fast. It wouldn't be as much fun. You wouldn't have a fighting chance. But when part of your starting loadout is a rocket and everybody can have rockets, it would just be chaos if everybody died with one shot with a rocket. Speaking of loadouts, now most arena shooters in the past, in fact I think all of them, did not have loadouts. Now, some of you may take issue with the fact that this does have loadouts, but I assure you, at least in my opinion, it worked. It didn't feel like it was trying to copy any other game. I feel like it was just borrowing features from other games. Almost every game these days has loadouts. I'm hoping they have a mode that doesn't have loadouts. I would love a mode that goes back to vanilla arena shooters, but they are keeping with the times, they are evolving, they have made the game a modernized arena shooter. But that being said, I don't think they changed anything for the worst. There's nothing I can think of that really stood out and made me worried about this game. The only thing that could be an issue, but this could just because it's a closed beta, is that it did take a little while to find matches, which was really disheartening because I could have sworn this closed beta had a lot of people in it. And I'm hoping if they do have an open beta soon, there'll be a lot more players and you'll be able to find a match a lot faster. In order to find a match, I had to actually hit random mode, not just one of the specified modes. And then I had to stick with that party for several games, because whenever I tried to find a game after that, because I played for several hours with the same group of people, and after I tried to find another game, it took a long time, and it wouldn't even fill the lobby, so I'm not really sure what was going on there. Maybe I just got on at an awkward time. It was almost noon my time, so it should have been when the rest of the world was awake. So, kind of weird. I'm hoping the player base does pick up a lot. I was playing on the PlayStation 4, and I don't know, it was weird. It was really weird that I couldn't find a match immediately. Now, that's not a sign that the matchmaking system's bad. Like I said, that could have just been I got on at the wrong time, or it is a beta and the matchmaking is just not perfect yet. Something I do wish they had in the closed beta was at least part of a level of the campaign. Just because I want to know what the actual campaign is going to be like. I also would have loved at least to have kind of another teaser trailer of the snap map making. The snap map making. There we go. Where you can snap together sections of a map, and then that's how you create your own, and you can put NPCs in it and stuff like that. I really did want to see more on that because they showed that off at E3, and that's what really caught my eye. I love when developers allow for players to create their own maps and create their own situations and missions and stuff like that. Because the developers allowed the players to have such creativity in Halo 3, custom games were my favorite feature of Halo 3. I loved the matchmaking, I loved the campaign, but the custom games, I played so many of them, and I had fun on every single one. I'd love for a game to recapture the magic that I felt during Halo 3, and hopefully Doom is the one to do it. I've been playing Doom since the first game. I even played the game Doom RPG on my Razer flip phone. I love the series, and I really hope this game lives up to its predecessors. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really does mean a lot. Also, if you haven't seen us before, definitely do subscribe. We do lots of reviews, stuff like this, and we also go game hunting, which is a lot of fun. Another thing, comment down below what you thought of the beta, or if you're thinking about picking up the new Doom game. Have a great day, guys.